like, thank you for the feedback, and then they may have another conversation with you later, like, hey, when you told me this. And so it's just be willing to share. And then on the other side, when we receive feedback, be open. It may be challenging, especially if you don't have that prior relationship with people and you don't know what their intent is. But try to assume positive intent.
Sometimes you get the most raw information from people who, that you don't have a relationship with. Like, they have no reason to coddle or whatever.
Well, it's your enemies are going to be truthful.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to sugarcoat it, and they'll tell you how it is. Where if you're just waiting for your best friend,
Just to tell you what you want to hear or something.
Right.
Yeah. That's why they always say the stuff that you don't want to hear is the stuff that you need to hear. Because some people will tell you some things and, it just go over your head because I already know this. I know I ain't a good person. Why are you telling me I'm a good person? I'm just saying. Just like, it's things that I need to work on, help me grow. You know what I'm saying? Like when when we was in prison, Tommy, David, we had this in PEP, you probably know about it, Jefferson, where we sit in the middle and everybody tell you about your character. It's called a character assessment. Remember that?
Yes, sir.
And you have to accept what people say about you.
you don't have to like it.
You don't, yeah.
But
That's their perception.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what make you a better person, because if I tell you something about yourself that you don't see, which can be a flaw, you can be able to work on it.
Right.
And you can
We
grow
talk
from
about
it.
blind spots all the time.
Yeah.
Because again, you don't see it.
Yeah.
So if you're not seeing it, I can't necessarily make you see it. I can only inform you, so hopefully you will recognize it.
Right. Yeah.
And so some additional tips for providing feedback and receiving feedback. When we focus on providing, it's be specific, and we call it STAR feedback, where by being specific, you're focusing on what was the situation or the task. So you're explaining like what happened, giving them context, and then you focus on the action or behavior. And then what was the result? Also, when you're providing, focus on behavior, not them.
Don't start with you.
It's not about you, it's about your negative behavior.
It's when you said this, and we're focusing on what was said, not you are a bad person.
Right.
It's this behavior is bad.
Because what they will hear is you're accusing me of being bad instead of, no, the behavior we focused on was what is unacceptable.
I had to do counseling one time, and one of the things she said, she was like, well, try doing this, try whenever you talk to somebody not to use you, or, even you and I, like, quit, like, focusing on the people and just put it into, like, the topic.
Right. And that's why STAR feedback is so powerful, because it's like when this happened, you're focused on the situation instead of, well, when you said this.
I believe that's
You're
what.
taking them back to the situation, because it may have happened a day or two ago. So on Tuesday, when Miss Smith came in, you told her you didn't have time to help her.
Like it was said
That you got it, that's exactly where it goes. And so if you had said this instead, we might have had a different result.
Right.
we still said you. You had
And,
said,
yeah.
I was just on the behavior part.
Yeah.
You know, like having empathy, humility, you know,
Right.
asking the person like, okay, so what made you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like, why you, it's what made you. It's always that question, who, where, when, and you know,
Yeah.
what made you want to behave in that form of fashion? You probably helping that person out by asking them that, because he probably don't even know why he going out, you know, cognitive, you know, thinking. But yeah, empathy, you know, that's communication, effective communication, I guess. Understanding.
What questions do you have about what we've covered today?
I believe y'all did a good job.
Sorry, I was supposed to be a silent observer back here, but I can't be silent.
I knew what I was doing when I invited you.
Yeah.
Y'all both did a good job.
Y'all came to the table well informed, so
Yes.
thank y'all for just your energy and sharing as much as you
Yeah. Thank you for being engaged
Yeah.
and involved in the discussion. Because of your involvement, it really makes this workshop what it is. Because you were vulnerable in certain instances and bringing those past experiences to the table, where it allows us to have those deeper conversations and provides context into, like, okay, let's talk a little bit more about that and what could be another way of us proceeding.
Well, yeah, I put myself in your shoes. If I came to teach a class and nobody was paying attention, I wouldn't want to come no more. Because the reason why I'm here is to help you all out. You know what I'm saying? Well, help myself out at the
Right.
right. It's not a two-way street. It's a one-way street when it comes to this. But no, really a two-way street, whatever it is. But it's like it makes sense to want to be active learners and active listeners. You know, and paying attention.
It definitely makes the class a lot more enjoyable on our side when you all are involved.
Right. Right.
And as long as we have more Tommies in our classes, we're gonna be good.
Yeah.
I actually, speaking again, I think there were some helpful points that you brought to the table today on the communication stuff, on the emails, texting, or calling. I really got a lot of take out on that, because a lot of times we might have the right intention, but our delivery sucks. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, like some of these scenarios, if you really read the question